2 days ago, I drew this yellow line right over here, just expecting where the general price would go, right? And here's footage of that, by the way. I kind of predicted, okay, it's going to be Saturday, so we're likely going to break the uptrend towards the downside just a little bit. We're going to stay a bit lateral in this range kind of zone. And then by Sunday evening, I'm expecting just a little bit of a pump towards the upside, possibly bouncing off of the downtrend just a little bit and then heading upwards. That was kind of my projection. That line hasn't changed, okay? That line is still right over here, and by a miracle, I'm no genius, I'm no time traveler, whatever, but exactly that happened. We broke the downtrend. This line was drawn from here, right? October 18. It broke to the just broke the uptrend in general. I should probably zoom out just to show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is the big downtrend that we've seen since its all-time high, which has reached us to this point where we are right now. Now we have been recovering very, very sharply since 58,912. That was back in October 10. From there we have continued going up until just that 2 days ago. And then I said, okay, we're obviously going to see some very strong resistance at this point because it's an important level. This is the downtrend that we're about to break. And if we do break that, what does that mean? Where else are we going to draw a downtrend? We can't draw a downtrend from there unless we stop right here and then continue downwards. That's why we're at this critical zone at this moment. It's currently breaking its downtrend. Nothing is confirmed. If we do close above that, or even like at 70,000, 70,000 is also important resistance. That would be just crucial to see if we can for sure continue this October trend. It's October 20 right now. Like, we've got a couple more days still to go for this month to end, but it's looking like it will end positive, at least for now. So that's a great thing. I'll delete this. I was just bragging about it. But yeah, we are currently at 69,251. We just reached, like, literally, was it an hour ago maybe? Yeah. $69,560.62. At least is what I have over here. A very, very healthy uptrend is what it's coming down to. Hi, Bradley. No, you're not late. I'm late. I started like, what, 3 minutes ago? 2 minutes ago? Yeah. But, well, sorry. Welcome to day 83. I didn't start off with that. I just went straight into bragging. But, yeah, that's where we're at right now. And I've just been busy as well. That's why I couldn't stream yesterday. Yesterday was also just nothing going on. We were just doing this. What was I going to do during that time? Like, literally nothing. And there wasn't even any news either. So I was packing up. I'm actually going to United States for 1 week, and that means obviously I won't be able to stream or anything. But you guys know where to find me if you need me. Whatever, doesn't matter. Nobody needs me anyway. And yeah, I mean, during that week, I'm hoping everything still continues to go up. Yeah, this candle is like right above that down. Okay, so first off, this uptrend is bye-bye. Actually, I shouldn't be too harsh with it. We can just adjust it to, oh man. That was like such a perfect uptrend. I would say like till here. Let's draw it until there. That's what I kind of expected as well ever since I drew that projection of this kind of thing happening is, yeah, we're going to have to break the uptrend, that's for sure, because it's just too sharp. The angle is too high up and it's got to break. It's just going to be, it was going to be a Saturday on the Friday, right? The next day. So obviously nothing would happen. It would break that uptrend, but we would still continue upwards. Why? Because in the 4-hour chart, we're still got a green super trend, very strong at its support level being 66,700, around this range, let's just call it. That's our very important support zone at the moment. If we do see any dips, that can happen, so keep that in mind. We might bounce off of this area to continue upwards. Ideally, hopefully, possibly. We never know yet. So just from this, yeah, our next zone is the 70,000 mark. I'm hoping it's not a repeat of what happened before, because we reached 70,000 right over here. 70,000, 75, and then we dipped all the way down to 50. well, 48K, right? That was a crazy drop. I'm kind of hoping something like that happens again. No, I really don't. At this time, I don't see that kind of a drop happening again. Number one, because we're not in the fear of recession anymore. We're already getting rate cuts. Economy is kind of getting better. Sure, I'll admit it. And Trump is leading in the polls, so that's good. I still think Trump is very likely to win in this election. If Trump wins, instant 80,000, no doubt about it. After the 70,000, we got 72,067, and then all-time high at 70, almost 74,000, right? 73,853. Oh, we haven't seen that in a while, right? Since March. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. At the moment, we're just checking to confirm if we can close today's candle. The daily candle is what I'm referring to. Above that downtrend line, it's we're going to be all set from there. So let's hope for the best. Bringing this back down to 1 hour. Do we find any entries? Hey, we kind of do. I would say, is this valid? No, it's not quite valid. Oh no, it is. Yeah, it is valid. Do we have to enter this? I'll enter it. Why not? Long position here. I'm using this as my stop level. I need a calculator. Average true range is 117.97, so our stop loss is 68,944, basically below the 69,000 mark, which is a great psychological support level that we got. I would drag that to 1 to 2, but I should do this quick before the price goes too far. Please let me enter USDT. That's my stop, and put some leverage on that, please. Risk about 110. That's good. We can enter. Okay, so our position's entered. Adjust the open price to, what is this? 69,276.48. And this would give us our take profit level. We just multiply it by 2. So that's this, 69,940. So it's below 70,000, which I can live with. So that we can make 219 by having risked 109. Well, I risk 111, but that's okay. I like it. This is pretty likely to happen because, you know, the odds, I mean, if we do break down 69, like break back downwards to the 69,000 and below, sure, right? Let it happen and hit my stop loss. I don't want to continue in that trade. But if we do continue this upward momentum that we're currently seeing, it should be pretty easy and simple to reach the take profit before it hits 70,000, because 70,000 will obviously be a very important resistance. I'm good to take profits before we reach that part, and that position that I just entered was perfect. It's optimal for that. And of course the indicator is just telling me to enter the trade because we got the 3 moving averages set to that correct position. So let's see how that plays out. It might take a moment. I have open orders for DCA. I don't remember if I entered anything special. Let me just adjust that. Last trade I entered was here. Closed October 18. That was a Friday at 10. Did I... Hold on. I'm gonna have to check my journal just to confirm if I noted that down yet. I'm assuming I didn't. No, I did. Okay, I did note it down. Just for reference. This is what we're looking at right now. That 222 winning trade is there. My current equity, $11,462.85. Having started with 10,000, we did reach 12,000 at one point just from doing our just really random strategies. Till we reached 12,000 right over here. 12,236 was our highest point. And then from there, we just lost on a lot of trades for whatever reason. Some winning trades in between, but still the losses were outpacing the gains. Also because I switched from just switching strategies and also searched the risk reward ratio as well. But then I reached a low point of 9,000, what was it? 9,715. So it was actually losing. And this is months later, literally this month. I was just losing more at that point. But I have been doing some DCA, and that DCA has saved me once it hit 68,000. That's where I set to take my profits. I could have made more, I know, but that's the level that I saw where we could see a possible bounce back at 68,000. It did bounce back from there, so I felt okay at the time. But then it continued a couple days later to where we are currently, 69,000. So, I mean, it's fine. Whatever. You can take the profits there. I'm pretty much I pretty much recovered all that I've lost at this point. I'm very close to my previous high, which is only $700 away. Still making trades, still going to see how this goes, how it plays out at the moment. So yeah, September historically is the worst month. Coincidentally, my portfolio did not perform well. October historically is the best month. Coincidentally, my portfolio is also doing well. I have a rate of return of 15% this year, starting from June. And yeah, that's all there is to it. Cool, let's go back. Okay, and this is all on demo account, by the way. It's not my real account. My real account is way broker. Trust me. So, position is not even moving. It's still 579. That's a bit concerning. Is my internet okay? I hope so. Yeah, that downtrend, I'm just going to keep that drawn over here, and this is what I'm talking about, by the way, as well. I usually show this anyway. This is the downtrend that we see since March. We bounced off of it in June. We haven't touched it, or we've bounced near it back to the downside, and right now we're currently testing it. We can break up, we can break the downtrend by closing above this. The candle closes above this. Then from here, we would probably have to readjust. If it does bounce downwards all the way down here or something, yeah, we'd have to readjust it. Or, I mean, if this uptrend prevails, then we'll continue forward. I believe that it will continue forward. Just my personal take on that. Okay, well, let's see how it goes. Let's review other markets as well. Ethereum is up 4%, which is a surprise. It reached 2,758. Max point was 2,770. Ethereum is kind of coming back, which is interesting. It's a good thing. My internet is not working, is it? I'm gonna refresh or something. Hold on. Let's see. Because nothing was... Okay, something's wrong. This is not my setup. My setup is like this, and like that, and with my trade history showing everything here. I have to just drag this down here so that it doesn't scroll. I don't like that scrolling thing. Just show me everything on the list. Okay, that's too much. There. Yeah, there we go. No scrolling. Okay. All right, now that makes sense. Okay, we're up $41 on that Bitcoin trade at the moment. Let it continue, hopefully. We were talking about Ethereum. So it's $2,755. And yeah, like it just... We got a God candle today, right? Yeah, at 10 a.m. And we're currently maintaining that strong uptrend at the moment, it seems. It's we have this one drawn from here. We just have to readjust it a little bit. Right there. So yeah, this downtrend is broken. And I would still say, though, that Ethereum is technically in a downtrend, though. Longer term. If I'm not wrong, yeah. We still have this to break right over here. 2 downtrends to break. So the one that started in May and backed by July, that one has to be broken, which is very soon. It's around the $2,800 mark. From there, it would be easy to reach the 3,000. From there, of course, we have to continue with the uptrend. Might see some shakiness, I'm assuming, but it still has a lot of room to recover. The next downtrend that it would have to break would be around 3,600, 3,700, but that's literally like $1,000 away. It can still happen. Look how fast Ethereum has pumped before. Within matters of days, it's just been a constant uptrend. This is back in February, March. And look at this. When Ethereum ETFs were announced, it went up 21% from there, breaking this downtrend right over here. But it made a new one right there, so that's the one that we currently have to test, which is coming up very soon. 2,800 would be the important levels for that, just to see what happens. I like that the moving averages are starting to curve upwards, right? We're flattening the curve, whatever they do, whatever they call it. And yeah, let's check out the next coin, Solana. It's up 6% today, which is great. Look at these. Nice. It reached a high of 170. That's news to me. I didn't know that. I do remember it was in the 160s. But wow, that was a lot it pumped up today. Currently $168.92, almost 169 there. And I have not analyzed like a larger time frame for this in a moment. It seems like we also have some downtrends to deal with. Is this March? Yes, this is. What do we got? Let's see. I'm drawing a downtrend from here to here. I drew a fib level until here to see where we would see a possible bounce. It looks like our resistance is 173. Our downtrend still has to be broken. A lot of these downtrends will be broken very soon, like October, November, especially November, and if Trump wins. A lot of these downtrends that are happening in the longer term will be broken for both Bitcoin and a majority of altcoins. So that'll be interesting to see. After that, we seeing, yeah, approximately 180. I have this resistance for whatever reason. I don't think that's right. Or maybe I drew it for something. I don't even know. And then the peak level at 193, which is where we were when Bitcoin hit 70,000 in July. This was during Donald Trump giving his speech at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville, Tennessee. And then from there, recession fear happened immediately after, and we hit a low of 109. I did take advantage of this dip, but I took some profits on the recovery. I tried to buy a bit more over here on my main account, but I'm not satisfied with how much I bought. Like, I feel like I'm underexposed in my portfolio for altcoins like Solana, just majority of altcoins, really. I wish we just get one more dip before I start buying, but then when the dip happens, nobody wants to buy. It's very funny. The retail brain, how it works. Okay, cool. So that's what we see right now for Solana. Yeah, Binance hasn't moved too much. Similar to Bitcoin, I guess, 1.65%. It's at $606.91. Hey, at least we're staying above the $600 mark, which is a good thing. From here, I mean, the uptrend has maintained itself very strong, so that's good. It hasn't broken it compared to the other coins that we've seen. What is this? Oh, I did draw something out over here. Let me review that. I remember I was going to enter it, but I decided not to and just decided to draw it out. Good thing I didn't enter it. Look at that. Well, I got the signal to enter here, but I think it was probably a little late or something. Yeah, and also it was Saturday, and I knew Saturday is a slow day. You're likely to see on a Saturday just the price stay flat or kind of trickle downwards just slightly. So that's why I didn't enter, and that's exactly what we see right over here, right? The price trickling downwards slightly. Sunday evening is when a lot of the recovery, or maybe drops, depending on, I guess, Chinese market, how they open Japan market, because right now it's early for them. So these guys are the current people that are trading. Crypto market, of course, is 24/7, but people still have the preferred times that they want to buy and sell. Like, I'm talking about the traders in this case. So yeah, that's what we got for Binance. 606, almost 607. From here, well, let me see, what do we got towards the upside? This downtrend's broken. That's pretty sweet. No downtrend to be defined at the moment, other than this one, but I don't know where to draw it to. It feels like that one's also technically broken. This is the highest we just randomly spiked up in June to a new all-time high for Binance for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't even remember. Like, CZ was he in jail or not? I don't remember. The ex-CEO of Binance. It reached 722 just randomly. Just decided, you know what, today I'm just gonna reach an all-time high for no reason. So it just did that. And now we gotta live with it. So no current downtrends at the moment. Binance does look pretty strong at this time. from what I'm seeing and the price action of this chart. Okay, moving on. Sui. Sui is up 5% today. That's amazing. It still has not reached its all-time high that it just created a couple of days ago. So, it's not in a bad position or anything. It's perfectly strong and healthy towards the uptrend. Sure, we did see some flatness and a correction a little bit, but we're still on our way up. Highest point was $2.36. We're at $2.16. So just 20 cents away from reaching that all-time high again. The start of the week is already happening. I'm expecting most of these coins to continue their upwards trend while I'm on vacation so that I can buy some Slurpees with that money or something. I don't know. Whatever. Don't want the government to find out. So, yeah. That's what we got for Sui as well. Bitcoin is dropping. I mean, it's still up. Oh my god, this looks terrible. All these trigger orders on the chart. Okay, anyway, let me switch. Should go to 5 minutes. This looks terrible. Oh my god. It's the consequences of having so much trades open. So yeah, small correction, whatever. It'll still continue its upward trajectory, I hope. Moving on. Let's go to some news. We got a couple of news to talk about. The biggest thing you're going to see on Twitter today is Donald Trump working at McDonald's. He said he would do it. He finally did it today. Just to, I guess, tease Kamala Harris, because Kamala Harris did mention, well, I worked at a McDonald's before. They check her record. She's never worked at a McDonald's ever, right? So she lied about that. And Donald Trump went to, just like, you know what? I also haven't worked at a McDonald's, but I'm just going to do it just to, I don't know, an act of defiance, it seems like at this point. He's greeting a lot of fans over here. Of course, it's just all positive interactions. Very wholesome to see, right? Donald Trump just at the drive-through window handing out your McDonald's order in, was this Pennsylvania, I think? It was great. Nice to see that. And on top of that, he's also given people like 7 nuggets in his 6-piece order. Like, he's just doing it for the people, it seems, which is great. He also, today is Kamala Harris's birthday, October 20. Happy birthday, Kamala Harris. He wishes her a happy 60th birthday. She's 60 now. While working at McDonald's, he said this, quote, I would say happy birthday, Kamala. I think I'll get her some flowers. Maybe I'll get her some fries, right? Because he's currently working there. Also, the fact that he chose, her birthday to work at a McDonald's based off of a lie she told. Yeah, it just adds to that little conspiracy of, he's doing it to like troll Kamala at this point. Pretty funny. And he's acknowledging it too, because he said, now I've worked at McDonald's. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala. She's never worked here, right? I guess he said that during his first 15 minutes there. So that's a great joke. And Elon Musk also, he's calling Donald Trump working at McDonald's epic to see that happen, of course. Elon also pointed this out, that there's a lot of hit pieces. Legacy mainstream media are actively encouraging the assassination of Donald Trump, and now Elon Musk as well. He kind of has fear for his life for having engaged in politics so seriously at this point, which, it's fair enough assumption to make at this point. Even Donald Trump, of course, it seems like for sure that he will have Elon Musk on his team. He said in another interview, they asked him in Fox, you said there's a lot of fat in government, so what agencies would you like to shut down? Trump replied, let me have you ask another person, because I'm going to have Elon Musk. He's going to be Secretary of Cost Cutting. And he's also made a promise he'll go to Mars with him. It's pretty funny. What else? Oh yeah, this is the team, of course, that will, if elected president, if Donald Trump gets elected president, this will be the team. And these are all just very strong leaders. I would love to see that. Elon Musk, of course, is also in there and completely for this. So let's just hope that happens. Crypto portfolio will explode in a good way. JD Vance was at a rally and somebody yelled, Jesus is king. Does that sound familiar? Somebody did the same thing at Kamala Harris's rally. And what did he respond? He said, that's right, Jesus is king. Now, 48 hours ago, Kamala had a young boy dragged out of her rally for yelling the same thing, telling him that he was at the wrong rally. I did share this news as well. Literally 2 days ago is when this happened. Here's another angle of the situation. Somebody yells, Jesus is king. And Kamala says, oh, I think you're at the wrong rally. You think you need to go to the smaller rally, and then eventually they had him kicked out of the rally, which is just like, what? Why would you even do that? So yeah, I don't know. And yeah, her campaign, I think right now it's safe to say it's in shambles. Um, you can see like this clip right here. I'm not gonna play it. Well, I'll play it, I guess. I don't know if you can hear it. This is pretty loud. That's why I didn't want to. Okay, that's enough out of you. She's literally repeating the same thing, the same hand gesture you can see right there, like the same demeaning tone, the same words, literally. Like, she's just copy pasting her script at this point. And yeah, practicing the hand movements. I showed a side-by-side comparison of just an example where she did it in 2 rallies, but now they've pulled up more clips, and it's like in 9 in total here, you see that she's just, you know, copying that same thing over and over again. Not cool. I don't know. Running out of options, it seems like. Also, I remember Jimmy Carter. This is the I don't remember which president he was, but he was a president. He's 100 years old now. He had his birthday a couple weeks ago or months maybe now, and Kamala Harris says, you know, what does she say? Jimmy Carter recently accomplished his goal of voting for Kamala Harris after early voting opened in Georgia. I feel like they forced him to vote for Kamala Harris because this guy is not alive. If you look at this video, this just feels like more of like a forced endorsement. It seems like that guy is not alive. Yeah, and then his family apparently said like, oh, he's so excited to vote for Kamala Harris, and then he's just like not breathing or something. I don't know. Not to make fun of the poor guy. Of course, he's very old, but I feel like it's a bit scummy to use him to, you know, try to popularize her own campaign. It seems like it feels forced. It just doesn't feel natural. That's what I'm getting at, and most people agree with that, at least on Twitter. Here's a new ad from her as well. I guess targeted with I don't know why she's going for, oh, I need the black men to vote for me. The black men vote or you won't get a date is what this one is. This ad is reportedly targeting users on Instagram and Snapchat near college campuses to like I think it's something where these women ask, oh, who are you voting for? And he says Donald Trump. And then they just, or like if they're not voting for Kamala Harris, they'll just leave the boys, right? I don't know. It's some weird ads like that. She's running out of options. Main point. I haven't checked the polls. I'll check the poly polls soon, if you know what I mean. Kamala Harris also accused Israel of genocide. Technically, like she didn't say it directly, but she was doing this little rally thing, I guess, and someone in the audience, this guy right over here, starts shouting, what about Israel's genocide? What about the 19,000 dead children? She was talking about abortion or something like unrelated to Israel, and then she said, you know what he's talking about is real. And then wait, okay, so now she is confirming that yes, Israel is committing genocide, so then why is she funding it? It brings up that topic of like, okay, what's the actual problem in the Middle East now? Well, yeah, of course it's a difficult subject, but whatever. Strange stuff like that. She's self-destructing her campaign at this point. And speaking of Israel, Prime Minister Netanyahu, he apparently, I guess, survived an assassination attempt. There was like these suicide drones that were targeting his home that got shot down. So he just came out and said, the agents of Iran who tried to assassinate me and my wife today made a bitter mistake. Of course, it still hasn't happened. Israel's retaliation against Iran for the missiles that were launched on October 1st, still no response about that. And that's kind of what's not really letting the markets completely go up, but it's still going strong right at this moment. Kind of that, like, okay, a couple days, weeks have passed now since October 1st. We're on October 20 days have passed and still no response. So we're all just assuming that this is just not going to happen, but apparently it will. It still might. There's always talks about it. There's still talks about other wars, of course, still. Here's one thing where, oh, well, this, just to finish the subject on his assassination attempt, Donald Trump and the Speaker Johnson, they actually called Netanyahu after the assassination attempt against him, just to check up on him, how is he doing, etc. And apparently Biden did not. So there you go. Why isn't Biden doing his job? Kind of deal. It seems like Trump is already the president without being president at this moment, or it feels like a lot of people are treating him like he will be the next president, especially when it comes to discussing topics like when Netanyahu visited the United States. Yeah, sure, he spoke a little bit with Biden, spoke a little bit with Kamala Harris, maybe took a photo or two, but then he spent like a whole day at Trump's place in Mar-a-Lago in Florida. Like, obviously he's more buddies with Trump. Same thing, of course, with other world leaders. We've seen this kind of stuff. It seems like they favor Trump more, at least the bigger leaders, right? Not the weaker leaders. Of course, they would prefer Biden so that they can do whatever they want. Something I'm talking about, like Zelensky, right? Would prefer Biden so that he can keep milking money out of the United States for Ukraine, and then end up not spending it in the wars or giving it to his own politicians. I don't know. And then, of course, when Donald Trump says, you know what, I'm going to end the wars, no more money for Ukraine, then Zelensky gets sad. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. All right, cool. So this is what I wanted to talk about is Jerusalem Post reports the Biden administration leaked Israel's attack plans to Iran and gave them the exact location and date of the attack. Like, why would they leak that information? Of course, if there's some mole inside the government, but really that's just not professional to do, right? I need water. All right. So yeah, that might delay the attacks even more from Israel, or retaliation, I should say. China is also just conducting military exercises, and it seems like military activity in general in China has been increasing. The president of China, Xi Jinping, orders military to prepare for war as well, and people are just noticing, like, okay, he's also in like military uniform, etc., preparing for war. Is war imminent, going to happen? Who is at war with China? Well, they're not at war, but who would China go to war against would likely be Taiwan. They regularly do, their military exercises where they surround the island of Taiwan with boats and planes and all that kind of stuff. And of course, the United States also is involved in there because they are protecting Taiwan and say, Taiwan has the right to defend itself, or they deserve to be a country, right? Because China thinks that Taiwan still belongs to them, whatever the case is. I'm not entirely informed on the history of that, but I will have to inform myself later. If this, like, looming conflict will escalate, that might be a thing. And China has a very strong military. There's a lot of people in there too. So yeah. Apparently he called on the military to comprehensively strengthen training and preparation for war during his visits to the People's Liberation Army Rocket Force. This follows large-scale military drills around Taiwan, highlighting Xi's aggressive stance. He emphasized the need to enhance strategic deterrent and combat capability, urging soldiers to focus their energy on fighting and improving their ability to win. Yeah, so possible Taiwan war if Kamala Harris wins, because I think that's probably what he's waiting for, right? The elections. Okay, if Trump wins, I don't invade Taiwan. If Kamala wins, I see what Putin did to Ukraine. Easy invasion. I could probably do the same. And the United States can't defend 3 countries at once. So, I don't know. That's probably what's going to happen. But hey, at least the United States is there to kind of like slow these countries down from taking over other countries, right? Like, United States is defending Israel so that Iran or, the whole Middle East doesn't swallow it. Or like in Ukraine, like they're stopping Russia from invading that, sure. Or for Taiwan, they're stopping China from invading that, sure. But we all know that China, Russia, Iran, they're allies. Even North Korea, they're using their soldiers in North Korea. They're sending them over to Russia to help fight and Ukraine, right? We already got news of that too. So all those countries are very well involved. Their alliance is very strong as well. What does the United States really have? Just like the English countries, and they're losing a lot of countries too. Okay, they have NATO, sure, but they're losing Turkey soon, I think, because of the Israel conflict. Turkey wants to back up Iran and the other terrorists or whatever. A lot of other African countries are also like BRICS, for example. A lot of countries are trying to join BRICS. A lot of South American countries, Cuba, Venezuela, trying to join BRICS. Colombia might even join BRICS as well. A lot of countries not defending. Like, I don't know, Israel is being defended by the United States, but then like some countries like France or Spain or Italy are starting to stop helping Israel, right? Same thing with, I think, England slowing down their aid to Israel. That kind of stuff. It seems like little by little, the United States is losing like the power or the policing that it has on the world, I guess. That's what it's famously known for. But Donald Trump can bring that back, is what I feel like. Kamala Harris, probably not. She'll probably let things continue to go south, if you know what I mean. All right. I hope I'm not sick by tomorrow. Because tomorrow is travel day for me. Anyways, for the first time in a quarter century, a clear majority of Canadians, so that's 58% of Canadians, say that there is too much immigration in Canada, a new poll suggests. I'm in there too. I think there's too much there's too much Canadians in Canada. No, there's too much immigrants in Canada. Too much immigration. Pierre Poilievre, the Conservative Party government leader, will slow that down. You know, axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime. I think that's what his slogan is. I'm trying to say it off by heart. Whatever. Okay. $27 gain in Bitcoin. Not too bad. I haven't checked the other coins if there's any opportunities for entry, but I kind of don't want to. Uptrend for Ethereum. I feel like we might just get a correction and head downwards. It's already trending downwards a little bit. Yeah, I don't think I'll enter Ethereum. Solana, I know Solana's for sure in an uptrend. Oh man, but it's like near all-time high levels. Should we enter? Will it correct? I don't like this. What would it look like though? Something like this. Average true range. Let me get the calculator out. 0.5776. So the stop loss would be here. And we should expect a profit over here. Yeah, actually that's not too bad, huh? 172 versus 167. Might actually enter this. Watch us just drop immediately. That's typically what happens anyway. So I have my oops, I should paste, not copy. There. Gets too much leverage. 110 risk. 109, sure. And there. Unfortunate. It went up. What is my enter price? 169.6677. Okay. Let me see where the profit will be now that I've taken too long. 173, is that at the fib level? It's not, okay. It's 173.90, that's technically 174. That's the next major resistance according to this Fibonacci zone, right? 0.236 of Fibonacci. It didn't even reach that price. Look at this gap, that's a scam. Okay. It should still be fine if my projection is correct. 224 is our profit. Risking 112. No, I'm not risking that. I was risking 110. Or 109 is what I saw. Well, the spread, the gap. It's a spread. This is a spread, not a gap. Yeah, it, unfortunately, whatever, entered at a wrong time. But the idea is still the same. Price must go up. Hopefully. All right, that's all. yeah, that's all for everything. That's where I'll end it for here. No streams for 1 week, so enjoy. Enjoy not hearing me. And yeah, who knows? Maybe all-time high this week, possibly. And then 80K by election day. That could also be a thing. Well, how would this look like? Something like this, probably. I don't know. I'll leave it where I was, okay? This is my original projection, and I'm hoping it does that. That's all for today, then. I will end. Thanks for watching.